This exercise is a side plank progression on a wall. Now these are early progressions that we might use if your body's not yet used to doing or able to handle a side plank on the floor. So obviously by being more upright, our body has to deal with less force than what we would be if we're in a horizontal position. So really simple way to start. All you need for this is a wall. I generally start people with their body at an angle at about 45 degrees, okay? But if you can't handle that, you might start with less. You just choose that starting point. First of all, I just want you to get used to being able to hold this position with a nice straight line through your midline, and also you're not sitting back into your hips. If I look straight here, my thigh and my torso are making a nice straight line. Once you can handle this, your progressions from here is then to add a hip drop. So you'll drop your hip directly in towards the wall and then bring it out past that midline, and we're pushing through like this. Now your outside foot might come up and down through this. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to keep pressure on that the whole time. Now once you've comfortably got used to that, I want you to then progress by having your elbow further down the wall. Now you might need to go onto like a shelf or a desk or a ledge for this, but again, we're just really trying to progress towards a more horizontal position. So as you can see, the more angled I am, the more force my body's going to have to use. Again, get used to holding it in a static position and then progress on to moving the hips in and out like so. From there, once you get to a point where you can't hold that angled position any further, we progress on to the horizontal position, which is a more traditional side plank position, which this video will continue on with very soon. Once we've gone through those side plank progressions on the wall and then moving down onto a shelf or a desk or ledge or something similar, we now progress onto the floor. So we're going to go through very similar progressions to what we went through on the wall, but now because your body's very close to horizontal, it means that your body's going to have to deal with more force. So to start off with, on the floor, I like to go into a half plank progression, and simply all that means is you're going to be in a position where you're doing a half plank by going through your knee on the bottom here, okay? Important setup point here is that if I look down, I'm straight through my thighs, so one leg's not off, this bottom leg's not in the front, so both thighs draw a straight line down from my torso. And then the other thing is your elbows directly under your shoulder. So our first progression here, we're going to go up, and you'll notice that I'm keeping my foot on the floor, okay? Once you can handle this, we add some drops in. So we go up and down, and simply think of this as your pelvis going straight to the roof and straight to the floor. Once you can handle that, we then do it without the foot support. So we get used to being able to hold this position, and then again, when you're ready to progress, we go up and down like so. Now, once you've got used to the half plank progression, we then obviously go into a full plank progression. So for this, I like, for stability reasons, to keep your feet unstacked. So inside border of one foot, outside border of the other foot. And then from there, once we can hold this, we then go into our drops. And then if you really want to challenge yourself, and I might struggle demonstrating this, we go up onto one foot, we hold that, and then we drop up and down through the hips. So that's your side plank progressions on the floor, which obviously is then a continuation on from your side plank progressions on the wall.